Okay, so we got yet again another personality feature. I think this one's I didn't really look hard at this, but looks like he's got a bit of a cornucopia of stuff here. There's a lot more to talk about than sometimes.
Cool.
So
this one is from Brad. Says, I recently stumbled upon your Instagram and thought your project was super interesting and have been binging your YouTube since. That's a rarity. I feel like people don't usually find you that way.
Actually very rare that my YouTube watchers find me on Instagram, which was strange because my Instagram was where it all began. Mm-hmm. And I guess my YouTube just sort of developed its own traction, indifferent to TikTok and Instagram.
Well, this guy found you on Instagram and then went to your YouTube. So anyways, we definitely have different tastes in tattoos. I'm big into chaotic patchwork and traditional style design / application. Figured I'd send over a bunch of my tattoos. Go as hard as you want. He's gonna. Chest was done one shot by Chad Koplinger. Out of Nashville, planning on doing a blast over on the upper arm to cover up the big robot bird. It was my first tattoo, not super fond of it now. Who is fond of their first tattoo?
I have no problems with my first tattoo. It's gone, but that's not because it was bad. I like my first tattoo, but I think for a lot of people, their first tattoo is it's a big important one, and I feel like if people don't have a good first experience, then they're sour on it. Because mine was my son's name, right? So it was okay, well this is. And your first tattoo was that unicorn, right?
Yeah, I mean I still like the unicorn.
So, but yeah, he might be in black one day.
That whole leg might be in black one day. I don't know. We'll see.
To be a bit of a scrap pile.
That's what happens when you're an apprentice.
So, yeah, this is really cool, except nipple, right?
Yeah.
Obvious nipple problems. I don't think that needs to be stated. I don't know why we did that, but they cozied up on them.
You know, my one tattoo we always talk about, Frank. I think this is this
is way better than Frank.
I think though that this might be the aesthetic that influenced that weirdness though.
I like the weird mouth shapes that are appearing more or less everywhere.
Yeah,
I do. There are mouths and eyeballs
eyes,
everywhere.
Yeah, and then it's a city structure. It's weird. It's organic, but then it's also industrial. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean the style of tattoo is definitely nothing organic, but the design is organic. You know what I mean? It's definitely not bioorganic.
Oh no, definitely not. But
I just wanted to specify.
No, not bioorganic. There's you see faces and mouths.
It's kind of like biomechanical, traditional.
But then there's yeah.
Yeah, but it has neo-trad design, but the colors and the boldness of everything is very traditional. Mm-hmm. This is a really cool chest piece.
I think this is super cool.
I don't like the fact that there's negative space within the design in some places. I don't like right under the big mouth that there's that open negative. I think that'd be better in color, yellow. But that's a nitpick.
Or black.
Or blue or something. I think black would be a bad idea.
This whole concept just makes me think of the guy was all right, we're gonna do traditional Panther. Cityscape. Yeah,
kinda. It does have a bad Panther kind of vibe to it.
Well, it does. Even the shading on parts of this is that Panther.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. There's a whole genre of those.
Yeah.
The bad Panther thing, that's a whole thing. We did. Actually, I think Kevin and I did a episode on trad Panther tattoos, way back early on, probably 4 years ago.
The Tranther.
But this is cool, but I could never have this.
Well, it's not about whether or not you could have this, but it would drive you crazy.
Everything about this drives me crazy. I'm having an anxiety attack looking at it. You know what I mean? It's.
You would know what an anxiety attack was.
No, but my brain is not happy when I look at this.
My brain is happy looking at this. I'm it's so cool.
There's too much room to work here still. It's not filled in. It's not done.
To you, it's not.
It's not done, but it's finished. Yeah. And it's I think a blue background could be cool.
I don't know what to tell you, sir, but tattoos need negative space.
No, they don't always.
They don't always, but negative space is good.
They definitely don't need negative space.
Negative space is good.
I don't necessarily.
Even
agree
your
with that.
tattoos technically have negative
No,
space.
they don't have. There's no negative anywhere on me. On my face.
The black is now negative space.
The black is. There's no negative black left. But you can't have that in these tattoos.
Okay, well the red is negative space.
The red is kind of a negative space, but anyway, where was I going with this? I think like a night sky behind it. You know what I mean? Like a bluey, purpley background behind all of this. With
I
like
think just
little
keep building.
No, there's no room to build off of this. It's very contained.
No,
It
you
has
could
to
add
be-
more like smoky cat things.
It is what it is. Like this is the finished piece. If you do any more, it's gonna be background, I think. So then you get to see like the full shot here. You got we're doomed, which I totally agree. We are doomed.
Mm-hmm.
We're absolutely doomed for all kinds of reasons. Like the human race is no, we're not doing well. I think we got some closer shots of his arms in other places here.
Yeah, I'm trying to zoom into the SpongeBob.
Is this like Toxic Avenger? Or is it just some random critter?
I feel like it's like a random critter.
It's just like a tiny little random guy on his arm here.
Yeah.
Like, my problem with him is like he'd be really hard to see from far apart. He's real cool.
Yeah, he's real cool. I want to see him bigger.
From far away, it would be hard to see. His hand really gets a lot of emphasis here.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some wrinkly ass fingers. I like the subtle green in here. Like there's not a lot of green in here. Like there's probably like 20 minutes of green saturation here, but it gives the overall vibe that he is green. He's just highlighted by negative.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's actually a really, really smart way to shade this.
Oh, I think so
Because like
too.
if you made him full green, he wouldn't look as good.
It would disappear.
Meanwhile, though, like you get the impression that his whole outfit is green,
Yeah.
right? That's just a trick of the mind.
Yeah.
Because like we're filling in that blank, right?
That's what art does.
Well, not a lot of people know how to do those things. Like
Some
we had
people-
an artist in here who does not. We did have an artist in here that didn't know how to put white in things, so she just covered all the negative with white,
Yeah.
right? Like not everybody knows how to highlight things.
No.
So the green here is very intelligent tattooing. Not everybody would do that. A lot of people would go, "Oh, he's green. Color him green then." So it is worth stating, you know. And these subtle hints of red and like reddy orange around him are really nice. They bust him off the background.
And they push that green out more. Too.
Yeah, the warm and cold. But like, there doesn't need to be a whole lot of it, right? It's just a little touch here or there sets him off the background.
Yeah.
Without that, he's flatter.
Oh no, for sure. And I think
So-
the green is less powerful.
As funny and quirky as this little tattoo is, it's very impressively done.
Well, I think good trad artists play with these tricks really well.
And then we got another panther thing here. He's got like a straight up panther, kind of a savage vibe to it.
Yeah.
I like this.
Fuzzy panther.
I like him. I do. I like. I think I like the panther more than whatever the hell this strange yellow tribal thing is. But
And then he says he's getting rid of the robot bird, and I don't actually think it's horrible.
the robot bird is pretty bad, but he's not terrible.
No, that's not as bad as I thought I was expecting.
Like he should be bigger,
yeah.
right? Like if you're asking me, he should be much bigger, and the background behind him should
Smaller.
be smaller. But like the robot bird is really cool. He's quirky.
Mm-hmm.
He somehow marries well to the panther and this kind of strange, like wacky vibe that he's got going on here. I don't know why he tied it together with that weird yellow tribal thing.
Is that just them like stenciling on a tattoo though, maybe? Or
Uh,
I'm just
no.
looking at it from far away.
No, I don't think so. I think that's the finished piece. And then we got this pig with a gun here. So that's fucking cool.
Yeah, I like pig with gun.
I don't know what this other thing is.
But you know what? It's not just it's a lady contorting. Do you see her?
Oh yeah, I do see that. That's really cool.
Yeah, I like those.
Yeah.
Those are really fun. And then we got some
that's-
cyber sigil freaking something.
Yeah, it looks like it was intentionally poorly done. I hate those tattoos because it's like it's hard to like shit on something when you know it was meant to look bad.
It's very
And like idiots will go, "Oh, that's a bad tattoo." But the problem is like it's hard to intentionally do that.
I know.
Like it's very hard to actually do that tattoo that way. Like it's meant to look like it's shit, but it's actually difficult to do. It's fucking weird, and it makes me not want to even talk about them because I don't like the look of bad tattoo like that. But like, it looks like that on purpose. It's not poorly done. It's done that way. It's the same thing I told you about, like that really shitty, like produced black metal stuff.
I
where
like that.
It sounds terrible and
That's
like it's
what I
from
like.
like 7,000 years ago.
Yeah.
But like it's actually made yesterday.
Yeah, I like that stuff.
I hate that. It's like, you're making this in a studio. Come on now. Who are you trying to fool?
They're not always making it in
They're
the studio.
fucking, they could make it sound good and they choose not to. That's the same thing with this tattoo.
That's what black metal is, sir.
No, it's not. It doesn't, it's like any other music. Things progress and you do better work. And so I find them really hard to speak about, though. Okay, it's hard to judge.
What about this little alien that's just come back to Earth? Robo alien.
Yeah, I mean, he's cute, right? Like, he's kind of similar to the tribal, and that he's intentionally kind of silly looking, right?
Yeah.
But like, he's such a strange shape for the area. Same as whatever the hell that, what is that, a plane?
I'm trying to. Hold
I don't even know.
I
think it's a plane. Yeah.
Is it, or is it a zeppelin?
Something. Yeah, it could be a zeppelin.
I don't know. It's either a plane
It's fucking weird,
or
though.
it looks like a plane.
This is cool. I like the dagger.
I like the SpongeBob.
Yeah, SpongeBob is fun. He's another one, same thing. Like, a lot of this is kind of the same vibe of thing where it's like, it's meant to look a little bit goofy, but it's well done. The skulls are the same thing. What, I don't know what this yellow tribal thing is. I've never seen anything like that before. And then, yeah, it's
He's kind of
taking
got
up
it all over.
quite a bit of space. I like the donkey head quite a bit. He's fun. Like, for what this guy's done, it looks good.
Yeah, I enjoy the randomness of
The
some
random, like, slime eyeball thing that he's got here.
Yeah.
Like, this stuff is all well done. Like, it looks silly, but it's what it's supposed to look like, you know? So I don't really have much to say. His legs have got some cool stuff going
This
on.
fish man.
Yeah, the
I
fish
really
is
like
fucking
him.
cool. Like, that's a badass piece right
Yeah.
there. Like, that is like, this is where these are supposed to be. They're supposed to be on your legs.
Yeah.
If you end up with a sleeve on your leg like this is what it's supposed to look like.
He's so much fun. He's
This
such a
is
villain.
Kind of what I want my my new version of my legs to be again, is just these kinds of strange tattoos all over the place. And
Right.
you know, I really like this fish. It might be my favorite piece he has.
Yeah, I think the fish is pretty cool.
Some more like, this is, we're getting worse off here, of course. On
Well,
my
these
leg.
are the
Like, this
legs.
one's fresh done. He's
These
like,
are the
oh yeah,
legs.
put some hyperfix on there. We did some solid black. It's just, again, these are intentionally goofy tattoos.
Yeah.
Right? So they're harder to judge. They just are. Because it's like, there's no better version of this because they want the bad one. So then it kind of crosses a wire in my mind when they're intentionally doing it to look that way, where it's like, how do you judge that?
Right.
It's chosen to look that way. It's not like they failed at
And
anything.
sometimes people just want what they want. It's like that girl with the cat the other day. She wanted her friend's drawing to a T.
Yeah.
And then I had this really nicely drawn cat as well. And just like, I have no complaints.
His legs, if his torso was like the start of random, his legs are like the end game of random nonsense. I like the Panther a lot, the Rose Panther.
Yeah, I like that Rose
He's
Panther
fun.
too.
But like, that dragon is fucking crazy. There's just so much weird shit going on. All this Red Skull stuff happening here.
Sword Panther.
Yeah, he likes Panthers.
Smoking
Like,
Skullman, TV.
Yeah. I love the Red Skull background in here.
Yeah, Red Skull tribal background.
That, yeah. Jesus Christ.
We've got some crazy stuff happening. Is that the Monster logo? Jeez.
Yeah,
Do you
that's
like
the
energy
Monster
drinks
logo.
that much?
I drank them when I was young, but jeez. Yeah, I don't know. His knee tattoos are pretty cool too. They're just kind of weird.
I was thinking about
more
doing
the
my
same,
knee
you
this
know?
week.
His legs are they're exactly what I was talking about. Those intentionally poorly kind of
They look
silly
like
looking.
apprentice legs that
Yeah.
aren't quite apprentice legs.
They're
Like,
too
maybe
good.
they are
They're
apprentice
too
legs,
good
but I
to
mean they're
be-
nicely done. So
Yeah, they're too good to be like straight up apprentice legs because they're too consistent too.
Mm-hmm.
Apprentice legs have all kinds of weird wobbles and different sizing and shapes and stuff. Like,
I know I own some.
this looks silly, and like it kind of looks like an apprentice, like, but like it's too well done. It's a strange thing.
It also reminds me sort of like our shop rat.
Yeah, a little
his
bit.
like amalgamation of stuff. Like he's got stuff by
But
the
his-
apprentices, by the like good artists, but it's all just like schmorged in.
But his, like, it has like all different weights and all different like structures and sizing and
it's
stuff.
because a million different artists have done it.
Whereas this is maybe a couple different artists have contributed to this, and you can see the style is very similar everywhere. So he's got a cool collection, though. I don't hate this. This is the way to do random.